So why would you want to listen to me and take anything I have to say importantly? Here's the question. First of all, my name's not important. Who I am really isn't that important. I know who is important is not me. I do have a degree in math and an advanced degree in applied statistics, so I am analytical, but there's others that are more analytical than I. One of the reasons I think you'd probably want to listen to me is because of what I've gone through in the past. I grew up around a lot of Methodists and Lutherans and Catholics. I then got involved in my teens and early 20s in a more fanatical form of Christianity. And I can attest to the fact that there are some dangers in that. I'm still paying some consequences to that. And in the mid-'80s or late 80s, a gentleman that I really respected lost his young daughter, even though there were many, many people around the country praying, and they had to watch their little girl die. And it was at that point that I just got angry. And I thought, really, there's a God out there? Why would this God think that it's okay to take a little baby, a little girl, away from these really good people? I couldn't wrap my brain around that. For a couple of years, I just walked away from God. And then I came to the sense of, well, let me put God on trial. Who am I to put God on trial? But for lack of a better term, that's what I did. I had to say to myself, okay, if there is a God out there, then we ought to be able to take a logical ascension. There ought to be evidence to suggest that there's a God out there. There ought to be evidence to suggest that the Bible is reliable and the God of the Bible is who he says he is. And if not, if science is a better explanation of how we're here and how we got here, then I'm going to have to be man enough to say there is no God out there, that it's all just natural, random chance, and I'll live with that. So I think the fact that I was willing to walk away from God and go on whichever journey the evidence would seem to lead, I think that's one of the main reasons why people would want to listen to what I have to say. I'm not going to admit that I'm completely objective. I'm not. I was hoping that there was a God out there, but as a statistician, I was willing to use the scientific method and test a hypothesis and see which way to go. So I hope you'll enjoy the videos that you see here. I hope you'll consider the evidence that's shared. It's obviously very important. If there is a life after death, what are the rules? How does pain and suffering play into everything? How do we make sense out of this? How do you account for the fact that a great couple had to watch their little girl die? It's tough. The questions are tough. The answers are tough to find, but I have found answers. And so what I hope to do is prove beyond a reasonable doubt that there is a God, and beyond a reasonable doubt that that God is the God of the Bible, and that there is a heaven, there is a hell, there is a life after death, that we are part spiritual, and that the God that is out there is very loving and very compassionate, and that there is a purpose and a plan, and it actually has existed before this universe was even created. So I hope you'll take the time to ponder what's said on this website, and thank you for being here.